4,500 years ago, while most of humanity was still learning to stack mud bricks, a city in South Asia had something almost no one else would have for another 3,000 years. Indoor toilets. Covered sewers running under dead straight streets. And a great public bath, sealed watertight with tar. Then the people who built it simply walked away. This is the Indus Valley Civilization. At its height, it covered more land than ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. More than 1,000 cities and towns. Millions of people. And here is the part that should unsettle you. You have probably never heard a single one of their names. So how did a Bronze Age people build cities cleaner than parts of the world today? Why have we found no kings, no palaces, no armies? Why can we still not read a single word they wrote? And what could erase a civilization this big, so completely that we forgot it ever existed? To understand how strange this story is, start with how it was found. Or rather, how it was almost missed entirely. For most of the 19th century, British engineers were laying railway track across the plains of Punjab. They needed ballast, hard-fired bricks to lay under the rails. And conveniently, the ground was full of them. Ancient bricks. Millions of them. So they dug them up and ground them down. Historians believe the rubble of a 4,000-year-old city ended up crushed beneath nearly 100 miles of railway line. A lost civilization, paved over before anyone realized it was there. It wasn't until the 1920s that archaeologists finally understood what they were standing on. At two sites, Harappa, and a place locals called the Mound of the Dead, Mohenjo-Daro, they uncovered not a village, but a metropolis. And the deeper they dug, the stranger it got. Because this was not a crude, ancient town. This was planned. Quick pit stop. If your brain just went to wait, what? That's the subscribe button calling, tap it, drop a like, and you genuinely help this little channel take on the algorithm. Got a theory or a favorite fact? The comments are right there, and I read every single one. Right, back into the rabbit hole. Picture the streets of Mohenjo-Daro. They run straight and they cross at right angles, laid out on the points of the compass. Wide main roads for carts. Narrow lanes branching off them. A grid. For 1,000 years before modern city planners would call it a good idea. Now look down. Running along those streets are covered drains. Brick channels, sealed and laid at careful angles, carrying waste water out of the city. Some even had inspection holes, so they could be cleaned. This is municipal sewage engineering. In the Bronze Age. And the drains led somewhere. Into the homes. Many houses had their own bathing floors and private toilets, connected straight to the street drains. Personal plumbing in an age when most of humanity went in a field. They pulled their water from wells. Mohenjo-Daro alone may have had hundreds of them, lined with wedge-shaped bricks cut precisely for the curve. Clean water in. Dirty water out. A whole city, quietly solving a problem we sometimes still get wrong. And then there is the strangest building of all. At the heart of Mohenjo-Daro sits a great rectangular tank, sunk into the ground. 40 feet long. 8 feet deep. Its floor sealed with bitumen, natural tar, to hold water tight. We call it the Great Bath. Nobody knows exactly what it was for. A public pool? A sacred place of ritual cleansing? What we do know is that building it took planning, standardized bricks, and waterproofing skill that wouldn't look out of place 2,000 years later. It may be the oldest public water tank on Earth. Now zoom out from one city to all of them. Because here is what truly sets the Indus apart. The bricks in Mohenjo-Daro match the bricks in Harappa. Cities hundreds of miles apart, built to the exact same proportions, 1 part thick, 2 parts wide, 4 parts long. The same went for their weights. Tiny, polished stone cubes, cut to a shared system used across the entire civilization. A merchant in one city could trade with a merchant 500 miles away, and they would agree, to the gram, on what a thing weighed. Think about what that means. Standardized bricks. Standardized weights. Grid cities built to a shared plan across an area the size of Western Europe. Someone, or something, was coordinating all of it. And that is where the mystery deepens. In Egypt, the powerful left pyramids. In Mesopotamia, kings raised ziggurats and carved their conquests into stone. Everywhere ancient power existed, it shouted. Palaces. Royal tombs. Statues of god-kings. So archaeologists came to the Indus cities looking for the throne room. And they never found it. No grand palace. No royal burial stuffed with gold. No giant temple towering over the people. No monuments boasting of victory. For a society this organized, the silence is deafening. Who was in charge here? And there is a second silence. Weapons. In Bronze Age cities, you expect them, swords, defensive walls bristling for war. But the Indus sites have produced startlingly few. Little sign of armies. Little sign of battle. A vast civilization that may have been built, mostly without war. So picture it. A civilization of millions, spread across 1,000 cities, sharing one set of standards, apparently without god-kings, without grand armies, without monuments to anyone's glory. We have never quite found another society like it. And we still don't fully understand how it held together. They weren't primitive, either. They cast bronze with the lost wax method, melting wax models away to pour metal into the mold. The most famous result is a tiny figure we call the dancing girl. 4,000 years old, hand on her hip, utterly, defiantly alive. They were traders, too, and not just locally. Indus seals and carnelian beads have turned up in the ruins of Mesopotamia, 1,000 miles west. Mesopotamian records speak of a distant trading land they called Meluhar. Most scholars believe Meluhar was them. And what did they eat? Wheat and barley. Cattle, fish. But residue found on ancient pots hints at something more. Ginger. Turmeric. The earliest whisper of the spice blend we would one day call curry, cooking in a kitchen, 40 centuries ago. So we have a portrait of a brilliant, peaceful, astonishingly organized people. There is only one problem. We have no idea what they thought. Because of one thing they left behind that no human alive can read. The Indus script. It survives on thousands of objects, mostly small stone seals, pressed once into wet clay. There are somewhere between 400 and 700 different signs. Fish shapes. Diamond shapes. Strokes and figures. And for 100 years, the brightest minds on earth have tried to read them. They have failed. Every single one. Because the inscriptions are tiny, most just 5 symbols long. There is no Rosetta Stone, no bilingual text pairing it with a language we know. We don't even know what language these people spoke. So the writing just stares back. Let that sink in. We can read the hieroglyphs of Egypt. We can read the cuneiform of Babylon. But the Indus people are the great exception. We have their cities. We have their tools, their toys, their jewelry. And we do not know what they called their gods, their kings, or even themselves. Which brings us to the final mystery. The biggest one. Around 1900 BCE, it all began to end. The great cities emptied. The drains silted up. The seals stopped being made. A civilization that had thrived for 7 centuries was slipping away. The question is, why? For a long time, there was a dramatic answer. Invasion. In the ruins of Mohenjo-Daro, an archaeologist found scattered skeletons and imagined a massacre, fierce newcomers storming in and putting the cities to the sword. It was a vivid story. It made headlines. And it was wrong. Closer study showed those skeletons weren't a single battle at all. There's no layer of ash and conquest, no armies mark on the cities. The invasion theory collapsed. The truth, it turns out, was quieter and far larger than any army. It was the climate. This whole civilization was built on water. On the great rivers of the northwest, and on the summer monsoon that filled them every year. Their cities, their farms, their trade, all of it depended on the rains arriving on time. And then, around 4,000 years ago, the rains began to fail. The summer monsoon weakened. Sediments and ancient chemistry record it clearly, a long drying that gripped the region for centuries. Rivers shifted their courses. Some shrank. One whole river system, that had cradled hundreds of settlements, slowly withered toward the sand. You don't need a war to end a civilization. You just need the water to leave. As the rivers failed, the farms that fed the cities could no longer feed them. And a society of millions, with no monsoon and no kings to command a rescue, had only one option left. Move. And that is exactly what the evidence shows. Not a sudden death, a slow scattering. People drifted east, away from the dying rivers, toward the wetter lands of the Ganges. The great cities were abandoned. The standardized world dissolved into smaller villages. The civilization didn't explode. It evaporated. So if they didn't die, where did they go? For decades that was guesswork. Until recently, when scientists pulled something extraordinary from a 4,000-year-old skeleton at a site called Rakhigarhi. Ancient DNA. The genome told a striking story. This Indus individual carried ancestry that was largely local, deep South Asian roots mixed with an ancient Iranian-related line, and crucially, no trace of the steppe herders once imagined as invaders. The Indus people weren't wiped out and replaced. Their bloodline flowed on into the people of the subcontinent today. And maybe that's the real answer to what happened to them. They never truly vanished. Their weights and measures, their love of the bath and clean water, their crops and spices, perhaps even a seal showing a seated figure that some believe is an ancestor of Shiva, threads of them survived, woven quietly into a culture of well over 1 billion people. So the next time someone tells you the first great cities were in Egypt or Iraq, remember the Indus. A civilization that built sewers before swords. That left us toilets, baths, and standardized bricks, but not one readable word. That figured out how to live, in peace and order, on a scale the world wouldn't match for thousands of years, and then bowed quietly to a changing sky. They mastered water, and lost to its absence. But 1,000 miles west, an even older people were carving the very first cities, and the first writing, out of the mud between two rivers. The story of Mesopotamia is next.